As a new mom, you might feel like you have to prove that you can do it all on your own. There could be guilt or embarrassment around accepting help, or you might feel like you're a burden. But the truth is, asking for and receiving help is a powerful way to set yourself up for success as you navigate motherhood. I'm Danielle, your host of the Abridged to Motherhood podcast, the place where moms like you learn to thrive, not just survive through pregnancy, birth, and postpartum. I'm a birth and postpartum doula and a mom of two who's been where you are. My first pregnancy was filled with so much excitement, but it was also marked by stress, anxiety, and fear of the unknown. I thought I had everything mapped out, but when postpartum hit, I realized how unprepared I was for the physical, emotional, and mental toll of motherhood. It was overwhelming, lonely, and nothing like I imagined. When I found out I was pregnant again, I knew I needed to approach things differently. I made it my mission to not only prepare for postpartum, but to prioritize myself in the process. That shift changed everything. Now I'm here to help you do the same. Whether you're navigating your first pregnancy, feeling buried under endless advice, or struggling to figure out what you actually need for postpartum, this podcast is your safe space. You'll find practical tips, honest conversations, and expert insights to help you feel informed, supported, and empowered through every stage of motherhood. If you're ready to feel confident, prepared, and truly supported in your motherhood journey, stick around. This is for you. Hey friends, welcome back to the Abridged to Motherhood podcast. I cannot believe this is the last episode for the month of April. Where has the time gone? And May is my birthday month, so stay tuned because I will be running a birthday sale in the coming weeks. So if you have been wanting to book a one-on-one coaching session and it's just been out of the budget, make sure you keep tuning in to future episodes so that you can get that discount code and book for less. And if you're not on my email list, this is the best place to stay connected. You'll get updates about the podcast each week, as well as any deals, sales I'm running, or anything else that's just coming up in the Abridged to Motherhood world. You can go to abridgedtomotherhood.com/subscribe to get on that list. Let's talk about today's episode, and it is learning to receive help as a new mom. I know that so many of us struggle with this, especially in American culture. We are taught to be independent from a very young age, but in cultures around the world, they really surround the mother in the postpartum experience and care for her just as she's caring for her baby. And I maybe just want to challenge those beliefs a little bit today to help you realize that asking for help is not a sign of weakness. And in fact, it can make you stronger and support you so much in your motherhood journey. It's so common for new moms to feel like they have to do everything on their own. And if they're asking for help, then that means that they can't handle it. But the reality is that accepting help is not only okay, but it's essential for you. And there are so many people in your life, I'm guessing, that really want to help, and it makes them feel good to help you as well. So today we're going to talk about why it might be so hard to ask for or accept help, the mental barriers that get in the way, and how learning to receive support can make your postpartum experience so much smoother and more manageable. As a new mom, you might feel like you have to prove that you can do it all on your own. There could be guilt or embarrassment around accepting help, or you might feel like you're a burden. But the truth is, asking for and receiving help is a powerful way to set yourself up for success as you navigate motherhood. So in today's episode, we're going to talk about overcoming those barriers and why doing so is going to help you thrive postpartum. So many of us believe in this myth of the perfect mom. We feel like we have to embody this perfect mom that we've either made up in our heads or society has fed to us, who can just do everything herself. The house is perfectly clean. She's got a hot meal on the table every evening. The baby is perfectly dressed, and she's thriving in her career. But that standard is just unrealistic and can be really harmful. No one can do it all alone, and motherhood is not meant to be a solo journey. Imagine a new mom who refuses help from family or friends because she feels she has to handle everything herself, only to experience extreme burnout after only a few weeks. What would you say to that mom? Thinking that asking for help means you're failing is just such a lie. It is such a sign of strength and self-awareness. So let's dump that myth where it belongs, in the trash, and realize that asking for help is so important when you need it. One of the main reasons new moms struggle to accept help is that emotional side of things. They feel guilty, unworthy, they feel like a burden. It's important to acknowledge that these feelings exist and understand that those feelings stem from societal pressures and unrealistic expectations. A mom may feel like she's failing if she accepts help from her mother-in-law or her sister or her best friend, even though it would help make her day easier. Believing that your worth as a mother is tied to doing everything on your own is such a mistake. Your worth is not defined by your ability to do it all. You are so loved. There are so many people in your life that care for you and want to be there for you. And taking a moment to recognize that may allow you to just step back and accept that help when it's offered, whether it is coming to watch the baby for a little bit, or dropping off some groceries to you, or being invited over for dinner so that you don't have to cook one night. We need to learn how to communicate our needs effectively. It is so hard sometimes to communicate exactly how we're feeling or what we need. And I'll be the first to admit that even now there are times when I think to myself, wow, what do I actually need right now? But learning to receive help doesn't mean waiting for others to offer. Sometimes it means that we have to be very clear and specific about what we need. And good communication is key to making sure you get the help that you actually are desiring. For example, instead of just telling your partner, I need help, try saying, hey, could you pick up dinner on your way home? Or could you watch the baby for an hour so that I can rest? Or reach out to your mom and say, hey, I am really struggling. The house has gotten a little out of control. Would you be able to come over and help me clean for a little bit? I have seen this in my own community of friends, and when someone extends that question to our group and says, hey, could you help me with X, Y, or Z? So many people want to show up and help because we have all been there before. But don't assume that others know exactly what you need. They cannot read your mind. People often want to help, but they might not know how unless you tell them. Asking for help makes you a better mom. Receiving help isn't just about making your life easier, it's about making you a better, more present mom. When your mind is so overwhelmed with all of these tasks or you're exhausted, it's really hard to be present with your baby. But when you accept help, you can focus on what really matters: bonding, resting, recovering. A mom who accepts help with household chores or baby care has more time and energy to then connect with your baby, which ultimately strengthens your relationship. Accepting that help can give you more energy that you can then in turn give back to your baby and your family. Learning to accept help also means creating a supportive environment for help. It's important to set up a support system that encourages you to receive help without judgment. If there are people in your life that are going to see it as a sign of weakness, or they're going to be rude about you asking for help, well, those aren't the people to ask. So this might mean talking with your partner about how they can better support you, or having your partner set boundaries with those friends and family that are being rude, or reaching out to them and saying, hey, my wife is feeling really overwhelmed right now and she doesn't feel comfortable asking for help, but I know that she would really appreciate it, and here is what you could do. If that seems too much for you, maybe it just means talking to your partner about scheduling regular times for you to rest while they take care of the baby, ensuring that you get the time you need to recharge. Not having a clear understanding with your support network about what kind of help you need can lead to a lot of misunderstanding or feeling completely unsupported because people think that you're okay. But when you are open about communicating and telling your friends and family that you would love to accept their help, they will be so much more willing and able to step in ways that they can. Let's review what we've talked about learning to accept help. Number one, we got to get rid of this myth of the perfect mom. Quit thinking you got to do it all yourself and remind yourself that asking for help is a sign of strength and an act of self-care. Number two, acknowledge the emotional barriers that you have put up. Maybe you feel guilty or you feel like you are a burden or that you're unworthy of asking for help and that's stopping you. Understand that those feelings are not reality and you are worthy of support. Number three, communicate those needs clearly. Practice asking for specific help. Instead of just saying, hey, I need your help, be clear about what that would look like. I need you to please take out the garbage today and can you cook dinner tonight? My brain is on overload and I can't even think about what to make. Number four, view help as an investment in yourself and in your baby. Remember that receiving help then allows you to rest and recover, which helps you to show up more fully for your baby and your family. And number five, create a support system, whether that's just your partner that you feel comfortable with, or have your partner help you create that support system and talk to your loved ones about the kind of help you need and establish boundaries to ensure that that help feels comfortable to you and it's actually what you are looking for. I know asking for help can be scary, but the outcome of receiving that help is so worth it. And I know that you want to be able to do it all on your own. I know my husband and I felt like that so much with our first baby. But when we took a step back and asked for help and then really openly received it with our second child, we just had such a better postpartum experience because we allowed our community in. We allowed people to care for us, to check in on us, and to be there for us when so many people really desire to be there for you. And if you're struggling to find that support system, I would really encourage you to go out into your community and join a local mom group. I feel like other moms can be the most amazing support system that you can find. They understand what you're going through. There's a lack of judgment and we show up for one another. So if you feel like maybe you don't have family around or who is around isn't supportive, I know it's difficult again, but put yourself out there and join a local support group. Go to the breastfeeding group. Search for a mom walk near you. Search for a MOPS near you. There are so many amazing mom communities out there that are waiting for you with open arms to join. I really hope you found today's episode helpful, and I can't wait to see you all next week. Thanks so much for tuning in to the A Bridge to Motherhood podcast. I'm so glad you were here today. If you loved this episode, I'd be so grateful if you could leave a review for the podcast on whatever platform you're listening on. Share it with a friend or snap a screenshot and tag me on social media. If you decide to leave me a review, go to abridgetomotherhood.com/review. That link is also in the show notes so that I can send you a little gift in the mail. Your support helps other moms to find the podcast, and it truly means the world to me. Remember, your motherhood journey deserves your care and attention. Until next time, keep showing up for yourself, mama, and don't worry, I'm here to help every step of the way. See you soon.